time for the next food waste experiment update and test. So I had these apples. We had one with a bad spot. So I'm going to slice these up. And instead of grinding everything, so in the last few tests I've been grinding. Instead of doing that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut out some of those really bad spots. What I'm going to do is give them pieces whole. And the reason I want to do that is with the recent test of orange peels, primarily orange peels, and grinding it up and putting it in there, they didn't particularly care, the beetles didn't particularly care for those orange peels. And so what I'd like to do now is, rather than testing everything in a mush and mixing up stuff, I'm going to put it in, I'm putting it in this bowl here, I'm going to put them in pieces and just see what happens. That way I know, I can get a better idea of what it is that they like and don't like. So I've got these apples. This one looks a little better. And then I also have some kiwi skin slices. So we'll get these cut up. I'm pretty confident in both the apples and the kiwi going well. I'm curious to see if they'll eat the outer peel. I don't believe the beetles will. And so that'll be an interesting scenario. Like if I grind this up next with the peel on it, do they eat it that way? Do they like it less? That sort of thing. So now I've got these here. I'm just going to look through that. I don't think, like these bigger chunks I'm going to cut just to open up some surface area there. That should do it. All right, let's start getting them fed. The feeding is pretty straightforward. I've got the bins marked here with FW for food waste. And so I'm just putting some in. There's still a little bit of cabbage. I'll get you guys a view once I get in there. I'm going to go put some on the side as well. Spread it out a bit. We'll put kiwi and apples in together and just see preferences and whatnot if they exist. Part of me thinks that it's just relative location, right? So let's put one next to each other. They're going to move the feet around. That's the other thing that's interesting is, where are we at? Make sure I got it. I missed this one completely. Oh no, I did get a couple pieces in there. Get some apple in this one. So I think that part of it is just that their proximity to it, right? Like what they smell or sense first is what they're going to go eat. But we'll see. Let's take a look inside of there. So I just did a little spreading across the tray of everything. And now we're going to go feed some larvae. I've got this much left, so I'm just going to feed these trays and try to kind of spread them out a little bit. You can see some pupa in that tray there. I'll need to work these tomorrow. Today's an odd day. USPS is closed, and so I'm not doing orders today. I've reached out to everybody to let them know that orders are going to get packaged up and shipped tomorrow. All right, so all that's in there. We'll see how they do. I'm pretty confident that all of this is going to get eaten. The cabbage didn't go over well, so that's still in the beetle trays. But the other stuff is gone. So it seems like cabbage and orange peels right now are the running, not very likable by the beetles. So we'll check back on those tomorrow and see how things go.